Welcome back to the channel, people. My name is Mr. London Plumber. We are going to be talking about why plumbers need to be paid on time and the truth of what customers don't see. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Materials, pricings change weekly. They don't change yearly, yeah? So the price of, let's say, copper, fittings, cylinder, a boiler, chemicals, yeah, they all fluctuate, yeah, in pricing. So if you bought them today and you bought the same thing next year or 3 years later, or let's just say the last time you had your boiler service, oops, it was 5 years ago. Okay, how could it still be the same price today? These are the things which I will be deep diving in this video today to speak about, because I guess if we get stuff in plain English, we will understand what others are saying. And it's not just me that says these things, it's everybody else that says them. I don't make loads of videos on stuff like this, but when the situation affects me, I know that it affects everybody else. Hence why I'm doing it, because I've got a platform. Tell me if I'm wrong with any of my 5 key points, which I will be pointing out in this video for you to discuss with myself also in the comment section below. So make sure you drop your comments below and let's get on with the 5 key areas which I want to focus on in this video. Right, let's go. Yeah, I've already given you one. You just didn't hear me say one, but that is. The key fact number 2 is fuel, insurance, and running cost keep rising. So everybody knows if you got a vehicle yourself and you go and fill it up, it's not the same price as it was 2-3 years ago. It's not the same price as it was 10 years ago. So these costs keep occurring to any business who is in operation, right? So you've also got to think about tax, yeah? Keeps going up, right? You've also got to think about replacing your tools, yeah? That does happen. Training costs more money. None of these things stay at the same price. And what a customer does within not paying you on time, within paying you late. Oh, sorry, something's happened. You know, like I ain't got the money for the... You said that last week. Yeah, but, you know, like we're actually going away soon. Oh, okay, because I won't be able to afford to go away. That sounds like a conversation that anybody wants to be having with anyone in life, just because they wanted to get their bathroom done and they realised that the plumber was a person that turned around and said, you know what, you could pay me a little bit later if you want, if that helps you out. What business does that? Sometimes even I had to refrain from doing stuff like that, because that is hurting my business by saying to someone, oh, okay, maybe pay me a bit later. It doesn't work. It's not good. Late payments and these types of things, I don't think they will ever stop, but I just wanted to highlight 5 key points. Let's move on to the next one, because at the end, I'm going to give you my view, my opinion, and how I feel about it. I just wanted to give you these points first. Let's get on to the next one. Cash flow keeps businesses alive. Say it with me. Cash flow keeps businesses alive. If you have no cash flow, you don't have a way how to pay your supplier, who you get materials from, boilers, pipework, fitting. How are you going to do that? You don't have the money to pay your staff. How are you going to do that without the cash flow? All of these things have a knock-on effect, innit, to any business when you're just running stuff, because you have to now cancel jobs. You now have to let people down and say, oh, I can't pay you today because, you know, that lady that we done that job for? Yeah, she didn't send the money, you know. What do you mean she didn't send it? No, she didn't send it. She told me she can't do it this week. What's that got to do with me now? Now you've got an argument between your apprentice, the people that work for you, let's say, and then you got to argue with your suppliers, the people who you get the materials from. it starts to end up with you looking like you can't do any jobs, all because you messed up. Everybody can see and search online after they watch this video to the end. There are many tradespeople, not just within plumbing, but within the whole of construction, that complain about exactly the same thing. I don't always like to be the bearer of bad news, but it's like a cultural thing which we have within construction. Oh, they'll pay you later. Oh, they'll pay you then. There's no other business that's run like that. It's not for the faint-hearted. That's why a lot of people don't survive within it. And cash flow is key. So I would like to ask you guys, if you thought about paying someone late, just think about the things what they got to do. Maybe they got to buy their baby some baby formula. Never thought about it like that, did ya? Anyway, let's move on to the next point. Inflation eats profit margins. Let's say it together. Inflation eats profit margins. So if inflation is at 6% and a plumber has a profit of 6%, he don't make no money. Or she don't make no money, sorry. But they ain't gonna make any money because of inflation. You've got so many factors will add into this problem, just corralling your whole career and avoiding yourself from jumping into it. Because there needs to be some more success stories. And funny enough, there's not any out there what's like that, what's genuinely real. Show me them. Let's move on to the next point. All right, it's number 5. Skilled labor shouldn't be cheap. And this is why I say this. Plumbers train, they go to college, they go to night school, whatever you want to call it. But you're on your journey of learning. Once you hold that level of qualifications, yeah, you're able to do certain things. But that experience is not going to come at no cost. If you look at someone who's a lawyer, yeah, they train in whatever type of law, whether it be criminal, civil, whatever, yeah. When they get their experience, they become very sharp at their craft. Just like if you look at a carpenter, which I saw online, he was making a table and he was charging his customer like 70 grand for the table. But the craftsmanship was undeniable. And the work was only nothing but beautiful. So what I don't understand is that thinking that you can get something on the cheap because you know somebody, you have some type of relationship with them. Again, that's up to them if they do that. I've always learned that friends and business do not mix. So I don't do that personally. Can't speak for everybody else. I don't do cheap labour neither. Because once I realised to myself and I sat back and I said, you've been a plumber for over 22 years. That's longer than any job most people have got your age. And that's when I started to say to myself, you know what? It would be really nice if people paid for your skill and the level of everything what you bring together should come at a premium rate. And I don't know why that's so hard for other people to understand. But I made this video with these 5 key points in it. Not to get at people or not to ruffle people's feathers. But when you think about all of those 5 key points which I've put together, I haven't started talking about anything personal because business is not about nothing personal. Your experiences and the things which happen to you. You know, if somebody does something, I've learned not to take it personally. If someone says to me, oh, your prices are too high, I don't take that personally. I just take that as it's not something you can afford. Why you feel that way, I'm not really that bothered. I'm going to keep continuing on going at the price what I'm at because I feel that it's fair for the market what I'm in. Being a judge of what is fair, you have to do a level of research, investigation. My prices for West London are not the same as East London or North London. Different demographic of people. Some people do earn a lot more money in West End. I say a lot more money because me personally, I go into, and I was in there yesterday, I was in a multi-million-pound restaurant in Mayfair, and I know they can afford it. So I charge them accordingly. Not out of the sky. But when I go to, let's say I went to Barking not too long ago, I have someone that calls me over there and then asks me to go to Ilford after, I give them a lower rate of a call out. Because we do work with that person, that's why I do that. To maintain the level of business. But when that person turns around and tells me that's too high, that's when I've got a problem with it. But I've realised that my problem is not with that person, so we don't argue or go back and forward because I let them know very clearly, not willing to go back and forward over a couple of £100. That's not my style, that's not who I am as a person. I have a lot more respect for myself. But we will get that money off you. Because that's what it is. And I suppose at some point in my career I've realised that you have to be a little bit of a debt collector as well. But you can't go about it in any wrong way of society, right? You have to go about it in the right way. And sometimes you have to remind people that it is a possibility for me to instruct a debt collector to come and collect this debt. Because I'm not willing to deal with you. I've got bigger fish to fry, I've got other stuff to do, and I don't have energy to pour into that. I've seen so many people on YouTube, tradespeople, construction people, come on and give serious rants about these types of situations, and I know that it will give you anxiety when someone don't pay up your money. I've had that happen to me. I had a guy that owed me like 20 grand, running, ducking and diving. I was willing to turn into an army SEAL to go and find this guy. But it was so exhausting. Would I ever let it happen to me again? No, because I've got a limit what someone could owe me. You can only owe me like 3 grand. That's your top. For me personally. Anything over that, can't do it. You need a down payment. You need to start paying up. There's a level to what we're willing to lose. But if you lose lower than that, you might lose your business. And your business is the real reason why you're here today. So I ask everyone to comment below. Tell me what you think about my 5 key points, but also my summary as well. Because I like to come across as a very fair person, but you have to be on 2 feet standing up in business to be able to be about for a period of time and to be able to last within this industry. Because it's a cutthroat one, I'm not going to lie to you. That's why you don't see others flexing like other people are flexing in life. They haven't got the money. They don't really make that much. They enjoy what they do. I think more people enjoy what they do and get a buzz out of it than they look at it as a super profitable thing to do. Let me know if I'm wrong. My name is Mr. London Plumber. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next upload. Let's get it.